Good evening.
Good evening. How you doing? I'd like to share my story of getting off of opiates. I'm too a medical cannabis patient in New Jersey, and my story actually starts out in Old Bridge here, where I wound up seeing a doctor in the year 2006, and I wound up getting put on painkillers, and then I was prescribed more. I had a tolerance. The tolerance turned to a dependency. And before I knew it, the doctor wound up cutting me off. The doctor got cut off. She wasn't able to help me anymore. So what it did was it pushed me to the streets. I'm sure you've heard stories like this, but I'd like to share mine with you tonight. But it pushed me to the streets, and what it made me do is it forced me to start buying pills on the street. And I couldn't do that for too long because then the price of it was too much. I was in a full-fledged addiction, full-blown addiction at that point. So I started using heroin. I started snorting it at first. It was cheaper than taking the pills, and I was trying to maintain an addiction, and I did it for a long time. I was addicted to heroin and methadone for over 10 years. When I wasn't on heroin, I was on methadone. It was a horrible existence. I found out that medical cannabis could decrease the dose of the methadone that I was on. So I was on 130 milligrams. 130 milligrams I was on. It's a lot. I got off of all of that in 6 months. No doctor would recommend to do it in that time. But I discovered that medical cannabis was able to make my methadone, I was able to decrease my dose. I would take it every day in the morning, the methadone. I started smoking the cannabis instead of taking the methadone. I'd get halfway through the day, I'd realize I didn't even take my dose in the morning. So I started going down, taking less and less and less. I needed that cannabis. I needed that to get me through it. The withdrawal symptoms were ridiculously hard to deal with. I wouldn't wish them on my worst enemy. It was tough. Every morning, every day, it was hard. I used the cannabis to maintain being opiate-free. I'm opiate-free for, at the end of this month, it'll be 19 months. Super proud of that. Thank you. I'm super proud of that. My doctor's proud of that. My friends are proud of that. My family's proud of that. When I was in that methadone clinic, again, it was a horrible existence. There was another gentleman who wound up getting his medical marijuana card. He brought it to the attention of the facility because he wanted to do everything by the books. He was proud that he went through the legal way to get that card. He brought it up to the attention of the clinic, and being that the clinic has to follow federal regulations, they wound up taking all his take-home bottles away. You get those take-home bottles by passing drug tests. You build up a relationship with the clinic, and then before long, you don't have to go every day. This is where this gentleman was at in the program. He was only going once a week. He told them about that card, and they stripped all his take-homes away. Those are the kinds of things that patients face. Those are the kinds of complications that are out there. I tried normal, traditional methods of recovery, the ones that have the lack of success rate. I don't know what the number is. We all know that it's not good numbers. There's a lot of frauds in this industry, the recovery industry. There's a lot of frauds in Monmouth County and Ocean County. They're everywhere. They don't treat people as patients. They treat them as numbers, dollar signs. And unfortunately, banning medical cannabis is just another roadblock for someone like myself, and then somebody else like me. The difficulty of getting off of it and staying off of it too, because after getting off of it, I changed my environment, I changed my surroundings, and that in many ways was more harder. I left a very toxic household back in December. I just got a new apartment beginning of this month, so I keep progressing. And it kills me to think that somebody like myself could be roadblocked or boxed out or red taped when they're actually just trying to live, trying to maintain being healthy. I wanted to share my story tonight because I'm sure maybe you've heard stories like that, but I think maybe you needed to hear it from someone. I think it's ignorant that you guys banned it. There's no competence there. I was going to reference some things here, but I don't even know if I want to waste my breath on it. I mean, this is complete trash. There's no sources on here. How you could have a pamphlet in the lobby there with no sources and just random numbers? Everything from marijuana is one of the most major causes for ER visits. It even says that you're more prone to wrinkles. From what, smiling? From giggling? This is complete trash. And I don't want to be rude. I didn't come here to be rude, but this belongs in the garbage. At the very least, let's get rid of these pamphlets, please.
Thank you.
No more needle, I got weed, yeah. No more needle, I got weed, yeah.